Hello everyone and welcome back to Budget Bricks. I am Knox, your host, and today we are going to be looking at defining LEGO terms. Within the LEGO community there are a lot of terms used out there, whether it's acronyms or just general words that have very specific meanings to whether it's techniques or pieces, and I will be using many of them in my future videos. So to help out with the definitions and for you understanding what I'm talking about and what other LEGO YouTubers may be talking about, I'm going to use this video as a way to define them. Most of these terms are acronyms, which is a way of shortening phrases. An acronym is taking basically the first letters of words, combining them and pronouncing them as their own word, making it faster and easier to communicate what the point you're trying to get across. However, if you're unfamiliar with those terms and I'm trying to sit there and explain all the rest of the words that that acronym stands for, I'm not really saving any time and making any efficiency with it. So I'm going to be using this as a reference point. I will be linking this video to many of my future videos, so that way if there's a term that I use and you're not sure what it means, you can come back to this and take a look and see if that word is defined, so you have a better understanding of what I'm talking about. Now, I'm going to start with the basics. You may find this rather insulting or lame, but we're first going to take a look at what is a stud. Now, a stud is the round knob in the LEGO system on top of whether it's bricks, plates, or other pieces, and these are used as the clutching mechanism that everything else locks into. Now, a stud isn't meant just for clutch power, it's also used as a unit of measurement within the LEGO system. So if you hear me say something like this is a 16 by 16, I'm not referring to something that's 16 inches or centimeters long, but it's referring to the length and width of a LEGO, whether brick or plate or other element. So this here is a 16 by 16 plate. It is 16 studs wide by 16 studs long. Now, if you see a unit of measurement that is, say, 1 by 2 by 5, that is 1 wide, 2 long, and 5 bricks high. Now, a brick is 3 plates stacked together, so if you have a measurement that's, say, 1 2/3, then you know it's 1 brick plus 2 plates stacked on top of each other. Alright, that's the basics out of the way. The next, still pretty basic, but is a mock. Now I'm sure most of you are very familiar with this word. It's used all over the place. And what a mock, it's an acronym and it stands for my own creation. And this doesn't just mean something that I personally have created. I know it says my own creation, but this is used pretty generally through the LEGO community to mean anything that fans have come up with and have put those ideas together. That is a mock. I'll give you some examples right now. This is a mock that I've created. This is a fan design mock, and this is a LEGO set. Next term up, let's talk about SNOT. And I'm not talking about that runny stuff that comes out of your nose when you have a cold. What I'm talking about is SNOT, studs not on top. Now, this is a technique that takes bricks and puts them on their side or upside down to basically create a smooth and studless mock that looks very clean and very realistic. I'll show you one example right now. So this is an example of SNOT technique. This is the front entrance to the town hall mock that I'm working on for my Christmas village, and you can see here the steps have been built by using bricks and arch bricks set on their side and stacked on top of each other to create a more seamless and realistic look, as opposed to doing something like this where you're just stacking plates. You've got the grooves here from what that need to be open for the studs, and also all the studs on top. So obviously here the SNOT technique is much more clean and realistic, and it opens up so many more avenues for you in your mock designs. Is a hall. This is just a word, no acronym, and what this means, I'm not exactly sure the origination, but It basically means that when I have made an eBay, Lego.com, Bricklink order, and those orders have come in, I've hauled in my order, I've received it, and now I can show it off. Next up is a lot, and this is used mostly in terms of Bricklink stores and sellers. A lot refers to one type of element or one type of set. If you're in a Bricklink store and they say in their terms that they allow only 20 lots to be purchased, they're not saying that you're only allowed to buy 20 pieces from them, but you're only allowed to buy 20 different kinds of pieces. So you could buy 200 of one piece and that is considered one lot, or just one set that has 200 pieces in it, if it's listed as a set, is one lot. The next term is AFOL, which is another acronym which stands for Adult Fan of Lego. This is pretty self-explanatory. I'm an adult, I'm a fan of Lego, there you are. Now, this is not a term that I like to use a whole lot just because it sounds very similar to an abbreviated form of profanity, so it's not one that you'll hear me use too often in my videos, but that's just defined for you to know. The next up is a LUG, and this is another acronym for Lego User Group. And this is a group of people that get together, typically AFOLs, who like to share and encourage each other in their Lego designs, build sets, build large-scale mocks together. These are done not only in a personal face-to-face, getting together in a physical location type of lug, but also there are many lugs that meet online and they just share photos and ideas back and forth together. Sometimes they'll meet up at brick conventions and the like, but that is the purpose of a lug, a Lego user group. The next up is the term MILS, another acronym for Modular Integrated Landscaping System. Ooh, that's a mouthful. And probably best just to show you what I'm talking about. The basic definition of the MILS system is a 32 by 32 base plate with Technic bricks on all four corners, allowing you to make a grid of bricks on the bottom, put your plates, and build your mock above, and then duplicate more 32 by 32 base plates with the same Technic bricks on the corners, when then you can connect them with Technic pins, creating a seamless interlocking system that can be easily disassembled. The great thing about this is it's wonderful for lugs, as you can build your mock on your 32 by 32 mil system, and if the other members in your lug have done the same, you can bring them together quickly and seamlessly attach them so they all fit together perfectly on one well-ordered system. That's the beauty of mills. It doesn't necessarily have to be specific to the 32 by 32. Like I said, this is the general rule, but it can be adapted for other sizes as well. One more term is the term Griebling. This is just the word, and basically what this is using small detail type pieces in the Lego system, whether that's minifigure utensils or equipment, small pieces like bars and clips, using them to add detail and definition to a larger build to create interest and just more definition to bring it to a larger scale. So when you hear the term Greebling, that's what they're talking about. And just for the fun of it, you might have heard the term Burp and LERP. This is a big ugly rock piece and a little ugly rock piece. Now, I hope you found these definitions useful. If you have any questions about what I've talked about in this video, please leave them in the comments below. Also, if you have any questions about something that I did not talk about in this video, a definition that you're confused about, you feel free to ask me. I may not have the answer, but if I do, I'll certainly answer it for you. Thank you for watching. Please look out for the next video. I'll see you very soon. God bless.